What's poppin' YouTube? Saga Vision Productions, Saga T.C coming at you. And it's a beautiful Saturday morning. Actually, it's the afternoon. But I want to talk about Vegas experiences when Mayweather used to fight. I attended Vegas, which is one of my favorite spots, but I attended Vegas for the first time in 2010. That's when my cousin AJ got married. And so I fell in love with the city. The following year, 2011, I went there with my family. I was married at the time, and my sister-in-law and one of my good friends from back in the day from high school. We went out there, and that was during the Mosley-Pacquiao fight, and we had a good time. But it wasn't until 2013 that I went back, and I went there for Mayweather and Guerrero. Now, if any of you know me, you know that I'm a huge boxing fan. So going out there for a Mayweather fight is nothing like it. I mean, the electricity is just intense. You got boxing fans all over the world coming there, and you have, especially at the MGM Grand, that's where he had all his fights, his major fights. And I'm talking about during the 2013 until he retired, that era. But I went there for the Guerrero fight. Him and Guerrero, they fought in May of 2013. And we stayed at Hooters, which was right across the street from the MGM Grand. And, you know, I was trying to save money, and I wanted to be close to the event, so all I had to do was walk across the street. That was an excellent time. I got drunk, and we watched the fight actually at the Mandalay Bay. They had a private viewing there, and I watched the fight there. But I had some beer earlier that day. It was on a Saturday. It was also the Kentucky Derby time. And then I was already feeling good, and then I had one more drink. It was a shot of Patron. It took me over the edge, and I just remember walking to the Mandalay Bay from our hotel at Hooters, and I was just stumbling, and I was feeling good, but then I ended up having to throw up in the bathroom prior to the fight coming on. But that was a good experience, but I mean, the electricity was wonderful. Then I went back that September 2013 when Mayweather fought Canelo. And we actually stayed, it was me and the guy that I met at Kilroy's named Reese. We stayed at the MGM Grand itself, and that's where the fight was. And you talk about wonderful experience. I mean, you had women of the night everywhere, and everybody came to Vegas and, you know, were dressed up, and the MGM was packed. And of course, Mayweather won. He beat Canelo. And we had a good time. We rented a limo and went to a couple of spots. Anyway, then I went back 2014 when Mayweather fought Marcos Maidana. And we had a good time. It was me and my best friend Steve. And let's see, did Mike go? I don't know if Mike went on that trip or not, but I think he might have. But we stayed at the Luxor, and that was a good time. Mayweather beat Maidana, but you know, a lot of people said that he didn't win, so he immediately gave Maidana a rematch that September. So I went back in September of 2014 when Mayweather fought Maidana again, and of course, electricity in the air, wonderful time. The next year, Mayweather fought Pacquiao, and me and my little brother went there for that fight. Now, all these times we would go to viewings. We didn't go to any of the fights. They were too expensive at the time. So we just watched the viewing parties, which were packed in itself, and we had a good time. I think we watched that fight in the Michael Jackson ballroom where they used to show Michael Jackson's video. I think that was in, was it the Luxor? I think the Luxor. If it's not the Luxor, then the Mandalay Bay, but we watched it there. We had a good time. And then, of course, I didn't go back when Mayweather fought Berto. That was his last fight before he retired. He ended up coming back to fight McGregor not too long after, well, 2 years after that, in 2017. I didn't go to that. Me and Mike, my friend Mike, actually went back in 2015, was it? If it wasn't 2015, it was 2016. And we watched Cotto versus Canelo, which was good. You had a lot of the Mexican community and the Puerto Rican community and just beautiful women everywhere. It was a wonderful time. So that was during the Mayweather era, but I also went back to Vegas many times to watch Canelo fights. I've watched my first live boxing match in Vegas when Canelo fought Amir Khan, and that was at the T-Mobile Arena. And that was the first fight that took place at the T-Mobile Arena. So that was a really good time. It was me and my little brother and Steve, my best friend Steve Reed. We went to that fight. And I went to, in the T-Mobile Arena. I went to Vegas by myself whenever Andre Ward fought Kovalev for the first time. That was at the T-Mobile Arena. And I remember sitting at the top section of that arena, which was the nosebleeds, but it was still, I still could see, the boxing ring from where I was at. And that was a good time. That was my first time going to Vegas by myself, and I had a good time. And I've been to Vegas several more times after that, which, like I said, that's my favorite vacation spot because I like to play roulette. And of course, I go there when there's a boxing match taking place, just because I'm a huge boxing fan. But that's my stories about Vegas. I watched, as far as live fights in Vegas that I watched Deontay Wilder versus Ortiz, the second fight. That was at the MGM, and he knocked Ortiz out in the 6th or 7th round, something like that. I watched that fight live. I also watched Danny Jacobs versus Canelo live at the T-Mobile Arena. And I watched Manny Pacquiao versus Ugas back in 2022, I do believe. But those are my experiences in Vegas. I haven't been back since 2022. I would like to go back there, Lord willing, in the near future. But if you would just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video, and I want to get as many subscribers as possible. And you enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you all. Take care.